First, I want to thank everybody that came out today to our press conference. We're very thankful, and we want to thank everybody for coming out. It's been a long stride. We took long strides in terms of accomplishing a lot of things that we wanted to do in this community. So I first want to thank everybody for coming out. What I want to talk about briefly is give you an introduction for those who is this first time being around New Era Detroit and understanding who we are and what we're about. New Era Detroit is a community-based organization. What that means is that we serve the community every day, 24 hours a week, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, without getting any grants or any money from anybody. We do it straight from our hearts. One of the things that we have is when we have cash mobs. We go to different businesses all across the city, specifically minority businesses. And we go to those businesses and we patronize them with our black dollars. And we bring awareness to these businesses that need help and may not be able to sustain themselves as the other more successful business. One of our other community projects that we have is called the Hood to Hood. The Hood to Hood is where we go every Saturday. We go out to different neighborhoods throughout the city of Detroit, and we knock on doors and we speak to the people and we give resources out, and we also build relationships with those people in that community. The Hood to Hood is one of our most effective programs, and the reason so being is because we're able to help people in the community understand and see the value in where they live. It helps people understand why it's important to not leave the city of Detroit and that they're not alone in this struggle, in this fight. We do this 17 weeks out of the year, every Saturday, all week long. We do this. So we want, and then another program that we have that's very prominent is our Streets is Watching. It's one of our most important, effective programs that we have. The Streets is Watching is where we patrol this particular area, this community over here. We patrol it 5 days a week, 9 hours a day. We have 3 shifts, okay? And we do that with no pay. We have green lights for the people in the neighborhood to be able to identify and know who we are. We patrol this whole community to make sure that our kids get to and from school safe every day, Monday through Friday. We do this without any funding. The people in the community, they love it. We build with them. We have no problems. Since we have done the Streets is Watching program, we've had no problems. We have no violence. There's been no raping. There's been no abduction in the community. It's been totally safe, and it's one of our most successful programs that we have. New Era Detroit is about love, it's about peace, and it's about a progression for our people. That's what we're here for, and that's why we're out here in these communities, in these streets. One of the things that we want to do is that we want a neighborhood that we can secure and that we can make sure that this type of love and this type of community culture that we bring is prevalent in a particular area, in a particular zone. That's what we're working and that's what we're gearing towards. So again, when you come out here, I hope you come with an open mind and not a biased mind, and really open-minded to hear some of the things that we have to say and some of the and know, understand us more and engage with us, because we're not violent people. We're not out here for confrontation. We're just out here for the progression of our people. Peace and love. And I want to also welcome our counsel, Johanna. He's going to speak momentarily to give some more further information. Peace and love.
Thank you. Power to the people.
Power to the people.
My name is Brother Hannon, and I and other elders are here to represent Counsel for New Era. We have a brief statement that we hope you take a good look at. This is in the name of the supreme good in which this and everything comes from. Most giving, ever forgiving, and everything that is living. And maintains and sustains the golden rule of treating people the way that you yourself would like to be treated. Right now there's a force that is not treating people the way that they would like to be treated. That force is identified as the police in general and the Wayne County and Detroit police in particular. We are actually here today to speak to the culture of the local police department. We had an incident which involved police brutality of 5 activists within our community on June 7th, 2016. This incident is only one in many. We are here to address the incidents that have been reported based on injuries or deaths that we think were subject to police violence. 5 New Era Detroit activists were harassed, beaten, branded, and falsely imprisoned. Unlike some cases, we do have all the facts to this case. So what we know is there has been a vicious, calculated, despicable, and cowardly attack on these activists while they were patrolling against violence and the kidnapping of our children. This is one of the most unnecessary attacks in Detroit's history because it was unprovoked and a deliberate abuse of authority, but it was medically unreported by the authorities. And the attack was covered up by the police, holding the activists in jail until they hoped the swelling and the bruises went away, which is about 3 days, normally 3-4 days. But we invoked the suspension clause and we filed a writ of habeas corpus to secure that they receive medical attention at the hospital, which they did. So where are we now? It's based on the police not returning an activist's firearm to protect the community. Our patrolman's right to bear harm has been violated, and he is very valuable to us. That person is Mr. Isaiah Williams Zeke. Therefore, based on not honoring the Second Amendment for black people, we can conclude that the police don't want the people to be an equal part of this society. They do not want us to be together. They do not have, and they have and will make up reasons to make sure that we do not stand up for each other. And what the police have done is not right or acceptable, and we are going to teach the people what to do about it, which is a sentiment being echoed all over the United States. All over the United States, those exact words are being said constantly. Recently, Minnesota's governor made it plain when he stated about the fatal shooting of our good brothers, Mr. Sterling and Mr. Castell. He simply stated, if the passengers were white, he does not think it would have happened. And went on to state, it is incumbent upon all of us to do what we can to make sure that this don't happen again, which is what all this is about. We need our people to stop being mistreated or treated equally, just because, or not treated equally just because they are of African descent. This is a movement of peace, a progressive movement. This is a movement driven by dignity. That's why I have this on, to dignify our ancestors and integrity of our ancestors. Our purpose is to stop the stealing or kidnapping of our children for, as Dick Gregory stated, body parts, or whatever reason they are re-enslaving our children. We have to protect them, and the patrols have many stories where they have prevented violent kidnapping or death. Based on these avatars, for a cause though, society's invisible people became visible because they are now awoken and vow to stay awoke and wake up everybody in the community that they are somebody when they activate their right to vote. But then we become a voting bloc, and then we can command and put people in office and take care of our business. That's what our ancestors were setting out for us, but we haven't done it. Fundamentally, this is evidence that the police are operating outside of the constitutional limits. And we have to come together at Noble Elementary School to represent what is called black nobility, and then deal with the negative effects of white supremacy. Because what is happening in Detroit and all over the country is not about racism. It's about white supremacy. See, we live in a world where they believe that white people are better just because of the color of their skin. There are black officers who hate black people, who do not try to act like white people around white people as if they are ashamed of their own people. And white police officers who have just been enculturated to believe that their perspective of who we are is real. So, and they move around scared, and they police and scared, and they're hurting us. So to end this, with respect to this event, we are outraged at what happened and demand an investigation of this incident based on subpoena power being given back to the police commission. We can talk all we want, but until we have the people have the right to subpoena, we just talking, because they'll just keep letting them off. They investigating themselves. So that's a major issue that we on. That's what we want. We want that being immediately given to the people. We have evidence that this system is being run as a corporate fascism disguised as a democracy, because they're doing what they're doing for just who they want to do it for. And it's based on corruption. And we want to hold all people accountable We will be requesting the State Attorney General send a RICO investigator because the police department is not complying with the law. They have not given this man his firearm back, his sidearm, to protect our people. That's a violation of his right to bear arms. He has rights. Okay, now then we will be going to the federal government or any other international review to make sure our human rights are honored. And that some of the corrupt police are exposed. For the most part, as we already know, the police are good. But we can't have some bad apples out there acting up, killing people and so forth. In closing, this is a story about 4 people named everybody, somebody, anybody, and nobody. That was a very important job to be done, and everybody thought that somebody was going to do it when nobody did what anybody could have done. And in this case, it was just to stand up for our beautiful women and children in the community. And our elders and the elders support these young people and are asking for others, elders and professionals, to join with us to prevent the mistreatment. The essence of this is that we need emergency assistance from our own people. Serena Williams, Stevie Wonder, Beyonce have let the people know that they support these equality movements. We need the athletes, the musicians, the people that can bring professional pro bono help to address the complaints, the civil rights complaints that are going on in our community. And that's the essence of it. So we are asking them to contact us to assist with our legal fund and share with us people that understand our struggle and will assist us at helping the people. Thank you very much.